Hey everybody, I'm here to share with you some little golden books that I've made. I've been watching everybody's little golden books videos, but my main inspiration was from Gina at the Rebookery. Um, these two are more her style. This one is more my style. So um, these I've truly been inspired by Gina because number one, these were her book titles. She did Muggins and Return to Oz. And I think I had Muggins and Oz because of maybe an older teacher who retired or whatever. When I found them, I was like, yes, I'm going to make little golden books out of them. So I got like her buttons and she sent like rip racks or whatever. I bought some off of Etsy. I bought one of her books and it had a little bit of extras in it too. So it's kind of her style because it's a lot of her stuff too that I used. But these were her buttons. I did the buttons just like kind of like she did on the sides of the spine. That's a big 3.5-inch spine, 7 signature books. These things are massive. I know they probably have about 100 to 160, 180 pages in here. I haven't really counted. But they're like hers, but of course the insides aren't the same because we don't have the same things in our stash. Her things are like way more vintage than mine. But I did have a few little vintage finds in here. So I'm going to go ahead and get inside. And this one I love because it says, I am the land of Oz. And it's from one of those questions for kids cards that I have. So it like gives you clues and stuff and you have to guess what it is. And then, these are all her fabric scraps. The book lays fairly flat too. And then there's that Magic of Oz paper. I don't think it's in production anymore. I don't know. But I had it in my stash like forever. So I said, yeah, I'm going to use some of that scrapbook paper. This I got from one of my own book stashes with a little bit of, put a little fabric scrap on it. But the Jolly Pocket Postman. And it's about the postman delivering all these letters different places. And they actually had the slots. I love that book. I guess probably because I like junk journals. It's kind of like a junk journal to me. And then I stitched on fabric on the sides of these, which are little tabs that I got. That's like in my stash at school of those, when you're setting up binders, those little binder tabs. So this is a part of the binder tab sewed on with some vintage fabric. Just to lengthen the page. Kind of a little bit like a Franken page, a little bit. But I just added it for the length of the page. So, then, don't know why I can't get that back in there. But I'll put it back a little bit later. Some vintage dictionary. These dictionary pages are old. They're old, they're kind of yellowish. And they're old student dictionaries. I like that. It's a journaling card in some acetate. The books are all in order. The book pages. Some little vintage cards from my grandmother. Got that from a Happy Mail. Just all the scraps are from Gina at the Rebookery. So all these little vintage scraps. This from 7 Gypsies. And then I made these for my little altered tags. I love it. That's a big tag. And I like these little pom-pom poofs on the end. These comes from my classroom. And that's just stitched on. That's a vintage Our Family Tree. I love the scrapbook paper. They mostly have sewn stitched side pockets with something in them. I tried to put something in them, but if I left it blank, I'll let, you know, whoever else put pictures or memorabilia inside the pockets that I left open. Because this book's already stacked pretty thick. This one says documented. And you can take those tabs out and put your own if you want. If you don't like the tabs that I have already marked. So there's a little photo frame. And I liked working with these because it was away from vintage for a while. There, and that popcorn thing. And then I got a little altered card. And you can write on that coffee stained grid paper. I think I put numbers on the pages, because that was kind of hard work putting them in order. This comes from an old handwriting book that I had in school. I don't even think kids do cursive anymore. It's a shame. Not here anyway. And yes, magazine page. There's a little journal card or photo card, and that's out of fabric at the top. I love this piece of vintage fabric. And there, I like that. That is what is that? Just dye, like egg dye, Easter egg dye. Dyed some of that green papers throughout the pockets too. I love these little things I got. They're from that classroom, like little story starters. And there's some of that. This book makes me so happy. It's so cute. And it says, read me. That's from the Jolly Pocket Postman. You could write on the back of that. Stuff inside. There's some little wallflower things inside of it that you can write on with some acetate. That's on the actual book page. Get one of these, the security envelopes. This one says Dream. And like I said, you can remove the tabs. That's just a grid paper. It's the sticky note. It's not even glued, so you can put it where you want. A butterfly wings poem. Practice your writing, or just journal on it. There's some more fabric, vintage fabric on the tab. Those little tabs. I love this. It's a real vintage division card. They don't even do division like that anymore, and they use everything online. We very seldom use flashcards anymore. That's why we call them vintage. And then I like this page because it has the Oz, the Magic of Oz, and I just use that as a big tag or a photo mat inside the belly band. Piece of fabric scrap. Pocket. I got this from somewhere. I don't know. Swap Happy Mail, but it's a vintage little greeting card, I think. And I just use that as the slide holder for the picture frame. Just pages stitched together. That page was too long. I don't really, yeah. Yes, that's the Jolly Pocket Postman. There's a flash card. It's probably not vintage, but it's a flash card. That's so cute right there. And I stitched it on top and put a little bow in there. The stitch pages all together. There's a real envelope. You could stick something in there. I didn't put nothing. I didn't want to add to the thickness. Look at that. I love that illustration. The sales thing, I think. You can write on it. Part of that handwriting book. Grid paper. Kids writing paper. Book paper, whatever you want to call it. This is, I don't know if it's vintage, but I don't know. We used to use those to help the kids with their handwriting. Grid, some of that. Oh yeah, I did one of these. I think this is like T for Camellia. She does those. I like that. I don't know how far I can go as a bookmark because I made it kind of short, but it's still cute. And some of that dyed paper. This scrapbook paper is so cute. I haven't seen these in a really long time. Some of these books I started while I was still working, but now I'm off from summer vacation. And so I'm just now looking. There's the Magic of Oz. What does this one say? Smile. And it's a magazine. Can be a pocket too. Or not. It's an altered memory card. You can write down there. These little things I got in an old D-stash. I think they're like maybe 7 gypsies. But I like them. Those little clear acetate things. These little books, I definitely got to use up a lot of stash. These are just random book pages. Stuff I had in my stash like for ages. Because I gravitate more towards vintage. Go. Magic of Oz paper. This is the old Alice in Wonderland printable. I printed too big. I just use that. You can use it for whatever. An old vintage book page. This, I love it. I have so many of these from picture day at school. There's a real life touch envelope. And you can slide your own picture through there. But that's just what your big school pictures come in. Thought that was cute. And then there's just another sticky note. It's not stuck on anything. I mean, it's not sewn or glued or anything. You can remove it. Another pocket. There's where the tab, stitched fabric. I don't know what this is, but it was from school. I don't know. You'd have to read it. Here's another acetate pocket. Just one of those Project Life things, and stitched on the back of whatever that was for school. And then there's the back of the photo thing, the big photo packaging that they use. And then there's the back here. You can put your pictures in for real, and it'll show through. So cute. There's the back of that Alice in Wonderland envelope. I did a Franken page in there just for fun. There's a lot of pages in here, y'all. Noted. Oh, there's another one in here. I didn't know I put 2, but I said I have tons of these envelopes. There's another altered card on a card, memory card, with fabric scrap at the top. Just a vintage pages. A lot of little vintage sheets in here. See how old this is? An old Macmillan dictionary. Another fabric scrap. This is another one of those grid sticky notes things. I like the little colored cards. A vintage piece of paper. Another acetate with a Magic to Oz tag. There's a lot of acetate in here in this one. There's the beginning of the Macmillan Beginning Picture Dictionary for kids. They've been out of adoption for so long. This is actually glued on there for journaling. Here is the back of the Life Touch Memories. Talk about using old junk. It's a true junk journal. Pocket. Another piece of Franken paper. This is a vintage. I got this in a D-stash once upon a time. Vintage postcard. That's from my grandmother's stash. Oh, I'm at the back. And then I just put this under. Altered book. So cute. Love that rickrack. Look at it from the side. That's the yumminess from the top. So, that is book number 1, Return to Oz. These will be going up for sale. So, details to follow. Thank you. Have a great day.